January 2026. The new year dawns over a region still haunted by the echoes of last year's conflict. The world holds its breath as tensions between the West and Iran reach a breaking point. In capitals from Washington to Tehran, uncertainty hangs in the air, and every headline sparks new waves of anxiety. After a major US-Israeli strike last year, a fragile calm has settled, one that feels more like a pause than true peace. Streets in Israel are quieter, but the sense of unease is unmistakable, as if everyone is waiting for the next shoe to drop. But now, intelligence reports reveal Iran is rapidly rebuilding its weapons programs, working day and night to restore what was lost. Satellite images show new construction and activity at key sites, raising alarms across the globe. American and Israeli leaders are locked in urgent talks, debating whether a second, more decisive strike is needed. The stakes are higher than ever, and every decision is weighed with the knowledge that millions of lives could be affected. Israeli officials warn the window to dismantle Iran's nuclear and missile infrastructure is closing fast. Each passing day brings Iran closer to regaining its capabilities, and the pressure to act grows more intense. The memory of Iranian missiles raining down on Israeli cities is still fresh, a stark reminder of the stakes. Families recall nights spent in shelters, and the scars of destruction remain visible in many neighborhoods. President Trump, after meeting Netanyahu, issues a clear warning. The US is ready to act again if necessary. His words echo across the world, signaling that America's patience is wearing thin. As military planners prepare for all scenarios, the world watches, knowing diplomacy is running out of time. The fragile peace hangs by a thread, and the next move could change the course of history. To understand today's crisis, we look back to June 2025 and Operation Midnight Hammer. Months of secret US-Israeli planning led to a massive, coordinated assault on Iran's nuclear and missile sites. The US deployed over 100 aircraft including B-2 bombers, while Israel targeted missile production and launch sites. Mossad's covert operations paved the way, eliminating key Iranian scientists and sabotaging infrastructure. A last-minute US offer for sanctions relief was rejected by Tehran, triggering the strike. The operation crippled Iran's nuclear ambitions and destroyed much of its missile arsenal, but provoked fierce retaliation. The world was left wondering not if, but how, Iran would respond. Iran's response was immediate and overwhelming. Over 500 missiles and 100 drones targeted Israel, breaching even the Iron Dome. Dozens were killed, thousands wounded, and civilian infrastructure was devastated. Iran's leadership framed the counterattack as a victory, rallying national unity. Since then, Iran has launched a relentless rebuilding campaign, dispersing and hardening its military sites. Intelligence reports show rapid progress, especially in missile production and air defense. December missile drills, broadcast on state TV, signaled Iran's determination to restore and expand its deterrent. For Washington and Tel Aviv, these moves confirm that the first strike's gains are slipping away. Israeli and American leaders are increasingly alarmed by Iran's rapid military recovery, which has unfolded far faster than most experts predicted. The speed and scale of Iran's resurgence have caught many off guard, raising urgent questions about the balance of power in the Middle East. Initial hopes that Operation Midnight Hammer would set Iran's military ambitions back for years now seem deeply misplaced. Instead of crippling Iran's capabilities, the operation may have only delayed their progress, and officials now worry that the window of advantage is closing much sooner than anticipated. Intelligence now suggests Iran could soon field a larger, more resilient missile force, potentially producing up to 3,000 missiles a year. This rapid expansion is not just about numbers, it's about advanced technology, improved accuracy, and the ability to overwhelm regional defenses. With such an arsenal, Iran would be able to threaten all of Israel and US interests across the region, from military bases to key infrastructure. The reach of these missiles extends far beyond Iran's borders, changing the strategic calculus for every nation in the Middle East. Iran's missile program now serves as the shield for its nuclear ambitions, deterring direct attacks and enabling Tehran to support proxy warfare with greater confidence. The combination of missile capability and nuclear potential is a game-changer for regional security. A stronger, more assertive Iran emboldens its allies and proxies, fueling instability from Lebanon to Iraq and beyond. This network of influence allows Iran to project power indirectly, making it harder for adversaries to respond without risking wider conflict. The memory of last year's massive Iranian retaliation still haunts decision-makers, serving as a stark reminder of the costs of escalation and the risks of miscalculation in this volatile environment. Now the debate has shifted from celebrating past success to urgently planning a possible second strike, as leaders grapple with the reality of a resurgent Iran and the uncertain future it brings to the region. At Mar-a-Lago, Netanyahu and Trump weighed 4 options for confronting Iran's resurgence. First, Israel acts alone, maximum control, but huge risk and likely devastating retaliation. Second, Israel leads with limited US support, better odds, but Israel still bears the brunt. Third, a full US-Israel joint operation, most decisive, but risks a major regional war. Fourth, the US acts alone, less likely, but still on the table. Each path carries grave risks, and the urgency is growing. The leaders know that inaction may be the riskiest choice of all. The Iran crisis is deeply entangled with a web of other regional flashpoints, each influencing the other in unpredictable ways. The Middle East is a complex chessboard, where every move reverberates far beyond its immediate borders. The fragile Gaza ceasefire, for example, hinges on the disarmament of Hamas. If this delicate balance collapses, it could easily trigger a much wider conflict, drawing in Iran and potentially other regional powers. The stakes are incredibly high, and the situation remains tense. Hostage disputes and deadlock negotiations keep tensions simmering, with the ever-present threat of renewed violence hanging over the region. Each failed negotiation or unresolved dispute adds fuel to an already volatile situation, making peace seem ever more elusive. In Syria, the emergence of a new leader and the ongoing battles between proxy forces only add to the uncertainty. Iranian-backed militias continue to operate, and their growing influence remains a top concern for Israel, further complicating the regional dynamics. Any miscalculation or misstep in Gaza or Syria could rapidly escalate the standoff with Iran, turning a local crisis into a regional conflagration. The military buildup and constant state of alert underscore just how close the region is to the brink. The world watches anxiously as Washington and Tel Aviv weigh their options. Every diplomatic maneuver, every military decision could reshape the future of the Middle East, affecting millions of lives and the global balance of power. From the possibility of a solo Israeli operation to the prospect of a joint US-Israeli campaign, every path forward carries enormous risks. The specter of a regional war looms large, with consequences that could be felt far beyond the Middle East. Now, leaders must weigh the dangers of immediate action against the perils of waiting, knowing that in one of the world's most volatile regions, every decision could tip the balance between war and an uneasy peace.